right back. Oh, officially hitting 1000 for the first time? No, not yet. Of course, you know, I could whenever I want, but hasn't happened officially yet. I'm a little bit off in those, aren't I? Sinister element, dextral element, hold on, I have sinister element and dextral element, and I don't have the erasure ones, do I? I mean, these days money making is hard, so I want to do the erasure ones. Let me take a look at this. Erasure 433, that's expensive. Oh, the profit margin, oh god, that's so bad. I guess I can try 425. And now we also need to take a look at dextral erasure. No, I have that. Dextral element, dextral erasure, sinister element, sinister erasure. So we have them all. Okay. This might be realized soon. I'm just being too stubborn on these. I should just release them and sacrifice the gold. Okay, so what is the situation? That's the first Vault of Kamasa I found this season, and last season I found one as well. One was the dim sum. I guess this is not the right time to stream Path of Exile 2, right? It's a little bit out of fashion. All because of my desire to get my hands on a mirror. Yeah. And I'm guessing the game will be pretty much deserted from tomorrow on. Let's see how many people are there in the game. It's still not too bad. You know, even in its dead state, the game is rather popular, right? 20,000 people online on Steam only. And of course, I don't know what percentage of that, what percentage of players is made up by the players on Steam is what I was trying to say. I died again, as you can see. It's just, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Most of the time it's just, you know, 1 step forward, 1 step back, I guess. What's the exalted count here? I'm hitting on 900, okay. Because I like that statistic quite a lot, right? I mean, it shows you what usefulness can do for a currency, right? Exalted orb is much more common than everything else, and it's still, you know, more valuable than most of the stuff, right? It's much more common than regal orbs. It's not much more common, but it's more common than regal orbs. It's much more common than alchemy orbs. You know, whatever it is, you name it, right? Exalted orb is more common, but still, it's more valuable. What am I doing? And divine orb is like that as well. So divine orb is actually not 600 times more rare than an exalted orb, but still it is worth that much. Why? Usefulness. So the mana drain aura that I steal from these rays, what does it do? I mean, as far as I know, the monsters don't have mana. I'm just stealing it for sport. So guys, I am curious to see what the chest buffs did for Vault of Kamasa. And there is a chance that it has done absolutely nothing, because the stuff in there are actually not chests, but you know, logic dictates they should also buff that, because you know, the general experience of, you know, opening something and getting loot was very underwhelming. Oh no, the DCs have started again. Oh no, the stream is live. So guys, the most frustrating thing is, first of all, why is this happening, right? Game is kind of dead, and why am I suffering these DCs? And more importantly, the idiots that are GGG, it closes your map. Why does it close my map? The hell? I mean, you have a nice map inside, and you know, it just closes that. I mean, you'll see it now. So the thing is, you know, I wouldn't like it, but tomorrow is a little bit more understandable, because, you know, Path of Exile's one new league is going to be out, and I'm guessing these cheap asses share servers, so there will be additional load on the servers, and you know, Path of Exile 2 might experience problems. As you can see, my map is gone. Okay, that's fine, right? That's fine. But you know, why today? And this is not the first time that today is lagging, right? If you guys have been playing today, you might have noticed, you know, there are a lot of DCs going on. I mean, I just don't want to do an investment, because most likely it will crash. And guys, I don't like this map attempted garbage, right? I actually dislike it quite hard. Why does it close down my maps? Okay, let's try to do this map before we DC. But I mean, guys, this is very tiresome, right? I mean, they did everything. I mean, they did everything that can be classified as, you know, bad decisions. I mean, the only thing that we were not getting subjected to, well, actually we were subjected to, but I mean, the servers have been at least somewhat stable recently. It was pretty bad, by the way, for a really long time, like up to like 2 weeks after release. You know, you were getting random spikes. So guys, now I'm hoping that I can actually stay in game until before I DC. I mean, I'm hoping that the DC comes later than the map's completion. And another thing is, when you DC like that, it also has a nasty tendency to roll back. Right? So for example, you find something nice. So for example, it can erase that ring from my inventory now. This tier 5 ring that I got. And as I said, I wouldn't like it, but tomorrow is a little bit more understandable because the Path of Exile 1 league is out. Actually, by the way, in my opinion, it shouldn't happen. But I know these people, they are cheap asses, right? They are stingy. And I'm guessing they did not, you know, they do not have separate servers for Path of Exile 2. I'm guessing it's happening on Path of Exile 1 servers, and therefore people have a lot of traffic on Path of Exile 1 tomorrow because the league is coming out, Secrets of the Atlas or whatever it is. Could you not rubber man me back? At least this time we went to the front. I mean, guys, I DC'd more than 10 times today, I think. And you know, when it closes the map, you know, it becomes a reason for great frustration, because imagine you have a nice map in there, lots of quantity, lots of rarity, expensive, right? You either paid for it or, you know, you use the map with value, and obviously you do expect to get some value out of it, right? And nope, it just closes the map. What the heck? Why are you closing the map? I'm guessing maybe it's to protect the people that are playing hardcore, but maybe you should not be writing some code that collapses all the time, or, you know, have proper servers. I mean, I am all for, you know, hardcore guys protection, but maybe just don't have DCs in the first place. You know, 500 IQ solution here. Okay, I have to not DC for like 30 seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, guys. I mean, this is not a very enjoyable situation, right? I mean, I'm trying to finish the map before the DC so it doesn't get disallowed. Okay, so I'm going to save my progress very quickly here. Come on. And guys, imagine if it happens during Vaults of Kamasa, right? You know, it's a map that took me more than 1,000 maps to find. You know, if that, this one. I found this once in the first season, or season 0, as I term it, and now I have found it once more. You know, this is the map with 0 enemies in there, right? There are a lot of vaults. You just open them all, and then there is a big vault, and you open it, and it finishes. Yeah, I mean, and I would rather not DC and close through halfway, because, you know, it closes the map. A macro bacteria. I mean, you can find the lightning spear build there as well. Just follow the link, right? That will take you to my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find my lich there. You'll be able to find my lightning spear Amazon there, my lightning spear Deadeye, you'll be able to find them all. Okay, so that's a decent map. Do I dare bringing this in? This is so annoying though. What's with the DCs? And so many of them. What the heck? Well, that's a real tier 5 ring, by the way. I can do chaos quality on it. Oh, it's an amethyst ring as well. If I do chaos quality on it, the chaos resistance implicit will improve as well. Oh, good God. And this is top tier. Wow, that does look insane. And if I roll the implicit chaos resistance to 10, then we will be getting 2% from it from quality. Well, wow. Chaos quality. Where is it? Which one? Chayula, okay. I guess this item is worth it. So the question is this item worth the divine? I mean, divine is such a luxury move. I'm not sure. So I could roll, if I roll a divine on it, this implicit chaos resistance could improve. This chaos damage could improve, right? This chaos resistance, minor improvement. So as it is, how much chaos resistance do I have? 36. We also have mana. I'm not very sure if I should divine, guys, because the rule for divining is, do I expect to gain more value from divining, right? That's the important word though, right? I mean, if I divine and I actually don't gain value, that doesn't mean I made a mistake, right? The average expectation, right? That's the important question. Is the average expectation of what I'm going to get worth more than a divine, right? That's the golden question you should ask yourself when you are divining stuff, and I don't think that's the answer, right? I mean, if I get a perfect roll, that chaos damage will go up by 4%. The chaos resistance will go up by 5%. That chaos resistance will go up by 1%, and you know, we are talking about perfect rolls here. I'll try 5 divine and keep lowering, I think, but it's a very good item, yeah. Very nice. You know, it's actually very similar to the stuff that I use on my Essence Drain Warlock. lich. The one difference is I do have life instead of mana on it. And actually, guys, if it's someone that understands the build, that actually makes mine worth a little bit less. Because, you know, you gain mana regen based on your life with the lich. These are looking pretty good, except for lightning rays. 11 life. 11 life. 11 really. I'll try 25 to get my exalteds back maybe. Okay, so I was able to complete this map. Channel. Okay, let's do that decent map in here. Hopefully without DCing. I'm sorry. Doodly, hello. Yeah, I have found Vault of Kamasa, and the next map is actually it, but I did DC very recently, so I'm a little bit afraid of, you know, going there. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how this map goes. I'm wondering if the changes to, you know, chest affected it. If it did, it's gonna be a very valuable map. And it's also extremely rare. I think it should be a very valuable map. Right, it's about 1 in 1,000 neighborhood, I think. I mean, I have played a lot in both seasons, and I have found it once, both seasons. Now, when I first saw it, I couldn't remember what it was. It's that rare. I'm like, what's that unique map I haven't done before? I haven't seen it before, and then it dawned on me. Yeah, it's the map with 0 enemies, but all these vaults. You just keep opening the vaults. By the way, guys, I am not doing it this season, but definitely next season I will do it. I'm gonna turn off anything and everything that is below like half an exalted. Because, you know, right now I'm sitting on, you know, I am close to, you know, 1 million exalted neighborhood. So, you know, if everything I have were to be converted into exalted orbs, I would be in about 1 million exalted neighborhood, right? Picking up stuff that is worth less than 1,000th of an exalted, 1/10th of an exalted is just not worth it for me. No slamming. There you go. GG easy one-shot boss. This will never get old. Oh, you saw multiple votes in one season, really? And how much did you play? You know, I played a lot. A whole lot, actually. Hey. Maybe I have been unlucky then? I just thought they were extremely rare. As I said, both seasons, and you know, I found it just now. And in the first season, I found one more. That's it. And you know, I would say I have at least 2,000 maps in 2 seasons. Yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing, but yeah, that's the number, right? Could be worse, actually. Could be worse. But it's not lower. Yeah, I have much more. But of course, you know, mine is not exactly a real amount, but you know, it's a very high number. But you know, I was, for example, you know, I teach at the local university, so sometimes, you know, I was, you know, teaching the class at home or something, and you know, I would leave it on, you know, just to see if I get any trade offers, so I could, go through the trade if I got something. So it's quite inflated, but still, of course, it is above $1,000, even with the inflated version. So, wife was coming home from flight, right? And we were chatting, and I would leave the computer open, and the hours would increase and increase and increase, whereas I actually wasn't playing. I see. Yeah, I have a lot. I mean, I can show you my atlas, right? Hey, you better drop something, buddy. I did an exalted on you. What the hell is this? I can't be picking these up, can I? The hell? What the hell? Okay. Golden mail. Yeah, and I have been very lazy this season, right? And I didn't go through. Oh my God. What are they? Buddy, could you stop it? Could you stop it? That was so extremely annoying. I'm trying to sort through the loot. Well, that's a tier 1 upon tier 1. Whoa. So I didn't sort the filter through this season, guys. So for example, right now, it shows me, level 59 chest because, it's a high tier. But of course, it's garbage because it's level 59 and its base armor is very low. Even if it's perfect, it's not going to be good, right? Especially body armors, of course. No. Okay, that item is very premium, by the way. This item is insane. Unreal. I mean, if it goes the same way, it's going to be very valuable. Okay, so what's this then? The mana per enemy killed is not great, but let's see. I think it managed to be garbage. Oh, yes. Let me just take a look at this, but I don't think it's worth anything. Yep. Okay. No. No, okay. Sell you. Now it's time to pray. Let's hope this guy rolls good because it has a very high potential to be valuable. Shall I actually use a great essence on it? I mean, it's kind of good. Okay, let's do it. Oh, that's the first time I ever get anything like this, guys. 3 tier 1 rolls. I mean, if I get armor and energy shield percentage here as the third prefix, and take a look at this, the resistance is 45. Wow. That's the first time I ever get an item like this. And the thing is, they are not just tier 1 of a bad roll. They are really top tier rolls, right? Have you seen anything like this? I have never got. And take a look at the implicit, by the way. The implicit is spirit. It's an insane item. Wow. Okay, please. So, one more good roll, and we are in the Divine's neighborhood. 2 more good rolls, and I think we would be in the 2-digit Divine's neighborhood. 23 fire, perfectly fine. It's not top tier, but it's good. Oh, low tier. Oh, energy shield. Okay. Okay, we are screwed. It's gonna be a few divine, maybe. Yeah. I was pretty lucky, but then I got screwed. We got low percentage of armor and evasion on it, and then we got life regen, which screwed us to the ends of the world. Yeah. So, and the problem here is, guys, this item is valuable, but not too many people will be able to search for it. And so what do I mean with a bold claim like this? So the thing is, guys, most people are not aware of the implicit spirit in the item. So this implicit spirit would be worthless to most people because they wouldn't be looking for it, right? People don't have spirit on it as an implicit or as an explicit, right? They just search for the explicit spirit, so this one will not be included in most people's searches. And when I say most people, I would say like 99% or something like that. No, I don't think they would little. It's just so expensive they wouldn't. The percentage armor and evasion rating that we got was tier 8. Dang. Maybe I should have sold it with triple tier 1. Yeah. I'll go 2 divine maybe. Would it be selling for 2 divine? Whoop, 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 whoop. There is one move I could do to add a little bit of value. I guess I can try it this time around. I normally don't like it, but yeah, let's do it. Break a leg. Okay. Nice. So what is it now? I mean, by the looks of it, it doesn't even look like it's gonna be selling for 2 divine. Yeah. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Okay, let's go back. Okay. So, for example, guys, this gladiatorial helm, right? Take a look at this. You can tell it's actually a very low level item by looking at the amount of attributes that it requires. It just requires 59 of each. So for example, guys, I should be turning this item off, right? And I should be preventing the filter from showing me this. But, I was lazy this season. So yeah, I'm still seeing them. So guys, the ideal filter is, I did a video on this. The ideal filter is the filter that doesn't allow your inventory to fill during the course of a map. So the ideal filter will vary from person to person, right? I mean, my ideal filter will not be your ideal filter. Why? Because, for example, I'm on about 1 million exalted neighborhood, and if you are on the 10,000 exalted neighborhood, our ideal filters will not be the same, right? Because, for example, I'm thinking about now that I shouldn't be picking, I could be okay with not picking anything below 1 exalted, right? I don't think it's too pretentious of me to do that. I mean, I'm a bit of a cheap ass, so I don't do it, but right now I'm picking too much worthless stuff. I need to change that. And as I said, I'm taking it a little bit slow because I'm guessing that we have a little above 1 month left in the season, right? There will be some Path of Exile 1 hype for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then they will get started on this. We can probably tell by the second set of races if they release them. That stuff is generally there to, make us spend a little time on it. And I do find them lame, right? Because yeah, I mean, but I do already have a lot of excess SD card. That's the problem. I do have about 1 million exalted orbs, so that's the thing. As I said, your perception and my perception will not be the same. And for someone that is much richer than I am, hey Kirit, hello. How's it going, buddy? I am seeing you on Tice's chat every once and then. 102, not bad. So for example, right now my filter is very bad, right? I am absolutely failing to play by the rule that I told you guys, right? I am going back to the base for the second time. And what I said to you guys, I shouldn't be going to base once, right? So you should start the map and you should end the map without ever going back to base. This is no. So this stuff is garbage, right? It shouldn't show me this stuff, right? Because level 62, it cannot have a meaningful amount of armor resistance. I mean, it could have obvious resistance, but it cannot have a meaningful amount of armor for sure. The Everlasting Gaze, that was big actually. First season, wow, they have nerfed it so hard. 6%, it was 30%. Good lord, these people. Oh, that's not bad. Chapter 6. So first of all, chapter 6 is the same chapter with chapter 3, right? If you are talking about the acts. It has been nerfed multiple times. If that is your problem, you can take a look. I'll go for 300 exalteds. So Estican, take a look at this. I have, as you can see, about 1,000 divine. What was the name? Wings of Kalen. And the one I have is better. Oh, triple resist. Now guys, if it was a ring, triple resist would have been nice. On an amulet, it's not that nice because that means you do not have the added skills, right? Which is kind of what you want. But I guess we can slap the casual exalted zone. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. We have the resistances, rarity and spell damage. 1 divine, I think that's a little exaggerated. Again, I'll go for 300 exalted. Oh, not sell. Take that back. L'Enfant Sauvage, no. No, I don't like Path of Exile 1. I mean, you could try your luck at Simulacrum difficulty 4. That's the hardest content in the game. It has been nerfed quite a bit now, but it used to be, Arbiter 4 had nothing on it. Yeah. So as I said, the stuff that the filter shows varies very largely from person to person, right? So, if you are sitting on a few thousand exalteds neighborhood, right, then something that you can alchemy and, get value out of would be fine. So, for example, this item is not fine for me, right? I should not pick this up from the ground. I mean, what I should be doing, if I wasn't lazy, I would turn off all the high tier items low level, high tier items, right? And I would turn off everything below an exalted. Because guys, going to town makes you lose a lot of time. Yeah, as I said, I don't like Path of Exile 1. I don't like the Flask micromanagement. I mean, I don't like the Flask micromanagement a lot. You know what I mean? I very thoroughly dislike it. I think it's very unfair of them to make us spend, I don't know, like 60 APM on just the stupid flasks, which is something that can be easily automated. And now I hear that they did automate it. But of course, the thing is, the item that automates it is very valuable. Yeah, I hate flask mechanics. Yeah. I mean, Path of Exile 2 is, at this very point, still mighty incomplete, right? It's gonna get better. My filter is good. I mean, I also don't wanna, get another filter because I'm sure I will have to do a lot of work on it. Oh, hey, okay. Can I sell this? It's worthless, eh? What about this? Wow, it becomes a divine, unreal. But at one arrow, it's not worth anything. I guess I could try like 10 or something. Can I try making a little bit of profit on this? I mean, guys, Path of Exile is a game that has been out for more than 10 years, right? It's perfectly and fully developed. This game is still early access. Yeah, I don't think it's a fair comparison. I mean, they are idiots, right? You can diss them. I don't mind it, but the comparison would still be unfair, I think, to Path of Exile 2. I like it. It's a great game. But the idiots are doing their best to, burn it to the ground. Okay, so I had a thought. Let me try this. What in the world is this? Dang. Let me try this. Yay. Okay, so do I try the Walls of Kamasa? So guys, it's a little bit of a funny saying that I have here. This map does have 0 monsters in it, right? My worry is that the dumbass decided to crash the game. Okay, do I have a map with a decent amount of rarity and quantity both? Let me see if I can. Rarity quantity. Okay, that one is something. Whoa. Whoa, 2588. Wow. 29 for quantity is cap, if I recall, guys. Yeah, 29 is cap. Rarity can go pretty high. Okay, that's the best one we have for so far. All right. Okay, let's do the exalted on it and see how this goes. Oh, I also got pack size. It's going to be a waste of the map. Or whatever, though. Okay, so guys, Walls of Kamasa. Let's see how it is after the chest buffs and whatnot. Okay, there are no monsters if I recall. Just chests or something, vaults, whatever it is. The what now? Okay. That's great. I'm swimming in money. Sacred Mall. Which one is Sacred Mall? Oh, okay. Wow, thank you. Crown. Okay. Hold. This is looking mighty underwhelming. It's not quite nice. Let me tell you that. So did I overlook anything here? No. Oh. Okay. That's a little bit better. That's where I came from. Okay. One divine would be appreciated, sir. It's going a little bit better, eh? Oh, it's the Ignite charm. But it's worthless. I think it's not properly colored, really. I don't think it's valuable. But yeah, I mean, okay. I'll be not unfair. This is pretty good, right? I mean, we do get a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay, I shut up. This is good, right? So many weapons, though. No. Actually, we could think about that one. +4 melee. What's the cap? +5 is? +5 is, I think. Could consider that one. Fanatic Rating, I shouldn't even be picking this up. It has extremely low average damage thanks to having a good implicit, so it's kind of worthless. Okay. Not bad. Okay, scepter. Worthless. What's this? What's that? Tier 12. Off you go. Wow, this is not bad. Yeah, I'll be fair here. Okay, that's the end thingy. It doesn't kick me out, right? It's just, you know, not trust. That's blue flame bracers or something like that, I think. No. No, I played it. I played Last Epoch. Don't you see my activity in Steam? I played it. Just a little bit though. I played until max level or something like that. Yeah, then I didn't want to bother learning the end game because it was feeling a little bit complicated. I just didn't want to invest the time, so I stopped there, right? I got to... No, I didn't get to level 100, but I think I finished the campaign. I was somewhere like level 70s. Yeah, then I stopped. But I did play it, yeah. Caspian, no. Oh, well, that doesn't look that bad. I'll sell you, I'll sell you. I'll upgrade you two guys to rares. Well, they are still okay. Meh. Skills? Go. What is this worth? It has a decent amount of resistances, some damage. I'll try 100 for this ring. That's worthless. That's worthless. How much is this worth? I'm gonna guess nothing. Yep. Nothing. Okay, so that crit damage bonus seems extremely high. It's not top tier, eh? It can be higher. I'm surprised. Divine sounds too much. I'll try 300 exalted. If it had skills on it, that would have been nice. So what about this? The 47 block chance is low. Right? It can go all the way up to 81%. That's... I guess we could do a few just to satisfy our curiosity. Yes, you are done. What about this? So for example, is anything like this any valuable? Tad little bit. Yuck. I'll go 50. It's not gonna sell. Okay, we can sell all of this garbage. Yep. There is actually this as well. Oh, +2 projectiles. Sure, sure. Oh, hey, what the hell? Where you least expect it, eh? Take a look at this. And implicit is spirit as well. So guys, this amulet can and has rolled spirit that a normal amulet cannot have, right? Only solar amulets can roll this much. Do I use an essence on it? Nah. Okay, that's a good roll. Wow. Hey, money, a little bit of money incoming. Good. What the heck? This is good. Oh, this is good. This is pretty good. If that +2 was +3, would have been a pretty penny for sure. Okay, so let's say 39 attributes. We do not have any resistances, but... Well, excuse me? 1,500 divine. That might have been a little bit over the top. I don't think my amulet is worth 1,500. Okay, so... There are none like it. Hold the hell up. Okay, let's reduce the criteria a little bit. Wow. Let's leave the life outside. That's the least valuable of these. What in the world is this? Is this real? I'm gonna guess they would be +3 projectiles instead of +2, but let's just take a look. That was a blue amulet I picked up from the ground. Mighty surprising here. Okay, let's take a look at the 25. Okay, so the 25 is actually not better than mine. The hell is this? The other 25, I mean, they do have higher crit chance, but they don't have the spirit and they don't have the life. And after 25 divine, the other items that follow are 300 divine, but they are +3, of course. That's a huge difference. Okay, I'm not sure. So guys, but mine is similar to 25 divine ones, right? They have +2, they have more critical chance, they have dexterity instead of all attributes, they do not have the life, which is important, they do not have the implicit spirit. And they also don't have the energy shield. I'll go 50. Wow, I didn't notice that, I didn't realize that we had hit it this big. Of course, we will see how big it is that we hit. Okay, that's done with. Let's also grab that. Hey, Dudley. Hey, you came on Twitch as well. Thank you, buddy. It indeed did, right? Okay, let me just go over it. If I have skipped anything, I probably haven't. Yeah. So what we had was 69% quantity and 294% rarity. So guys, you might have been surprised when I did the exalted to the map, even though I was not going to get anything that's going to help me. Why did I do it? So there is a at this passive that amplifies the magnitude of everything in the map per explicit modifier in the map, right? Which means you exalted the map, you get stuff that makes your life harder, but the stuff that helps you will also be amplified in power, right? That's what it means. I mean, not by much, but it's a non-zero contribution, as I like to say it. Let me show you. It's this one. 2% increase the effect of explicit modifiers on your waystones for each explicit modifier. Now guys, in English, that means the more modifiers you have on your maps, the more they will be amplified. So by putting in, players do not regenerate energy shield, I increase my rarity and quantity both. So if you have a powerful character, you should be exalting all of the maps that you are doing, and you should be doing maps with quantity and rarity both, right? And you should be doing the exalteds all the way. The trade-off is that if you are dying in the maps, then it could be not to your benefit, right? And your loss would be twofold. Why? First of all, the exotics that you did on the map are going to waste. Second of all, because when you have 6 modifiers on the map and you die, it just closes down, right? If you have 4 modifiers, for example, you could continue doing the map, right? So you have to find that sweet spot. That's somewhat okay-ish. Not great, I would say. Oh no, I'll just not bother. Okay, Vault of Kamasa was good, right? So that amulet should probably sell for like 20, 25. But guys, that amulet could take a very long time to sell. Why do I have low divine? I was trying to buy stuff, right? So this is not going through. This is not going through. This should be going through, but it's not. It's tanking me. There is a chance that this goes through actually. Yeah. Okay. So for example, guys, I should be, putting my money where my mouth is, and I should be max exalting every single map here, with the exception of this one, because this is just a filler map. It doesn't have rarity, it doesn't have quantity. Okay, this one can stay the way it is. It's a pointless map. I can do it on that tower here, because guys, it doesn't have any modifiers, so why would I use something that's useful to me? And if you have gone for this build, right, fix as in how? You mean 40% slow magnitude and 20-second duration? No, they haven't. It's a huge problem. But if you have the slow charm doesn't work on it, but when you have the curse on you and you get subjected to another slow, it actually cleanses the curse, yeah. No. They can't do anything nice to them, right? I hate that thing of theirs. I mean, okay, you realize that the curses being active at all times has been annoying, right? And they also, did buff the curses from season 0, right? Temporal change was something like 7% or something in season 0. One of the 3 curses was 7% in season 0. I'm sure of it. It could be enfeeblement, I think, or it was temporal change. So you guys have amplified the power of the curses and made our lives living hell. So you realize that now you are fixing it, but now you make them. That's not valuable, sadly. You make them much more potent, and with extreme durations. What's with that duration? Why is it 20 seconds? 40%, 20 seconds. It feels like dying. Yeah, it's very terrible. And they couldn't keep it as it was. And what's with the 20-second duration, right? I mean, we are playing an ARPG, very high-speed game, right? I mean, people are, finishing maps in 2 minutes. I mean, 20 seconds is a rather large amount of time in an ARPG game, right? I mean, so for example, in my character, I do not have a single cooldown that's 20 seconds. That's how big 20 seconds are. I mean, they are so silly. And silly, me being polite here, right? They are not silly, they are dumb. I mean, it's a great game with a lot of potential, but they are making people hate the game. So pointless. Okay, what's this then? No, well, garbage. What's? No. So guys, my rule is, and there are of course exceptions to this rule, but 2 bad modifiers, the item is done, right? I mean, there are exceptions, of course. If you get 3, 4 really good modifiers, it can still be valuable. But if you are evaluating an average item, right? Yeah, too bad modifiers is generally the item being done. Don't waste further. So for example, guys, you get, attribute requirement reduction and, physical damage turns, off you go, right? Just, render the item. But yeah, there are rare exceptions to this. So for example, weapons are a very clear exception to this, right? You get multiple tier 1 prefixes, that are conserved with damage. Of course, it's going to be very valuable. All of the suffixes can be garbage. With even 3 prefixes, actually, you can have a very valuable item. Yeah. So right now, I don't think it's happening anytime soon, because these people are, the opposite of multitasking, right? They are focused on Path of Exile 2 now, Path of Exile 1 now, right? They have the release. So, don't expect anything from them for some weeks, right? But, why increase the potency to 40%? Or maybe make the potency 40%, but make it 5 seconds. 20 seconds and 40% is unreal. Now I'm trying to get another slow effect, so I could trigger the charm, so I could get rid of it, right? If I have to stay in it the whole duration, yeah, I rage so hard. Gold ring tier 4. Okay, as you can see, yeah, I am failing again, right? I have to go to base. So guys, what I did first season was, first season, I crafted an extremely good filter, right? No map was able to fill me up, right? But what I did was something a little bit, radical there. I actually had turned off all weapons. Because guys, weapons, as you can see right now, are extremely hard to sell, right? I mean, you have to get a lot of good rolls. Okay, so hold up. What did I get? Oh, I did get that one. Okay, so let's sell these. So guys, I constantly flip these. Now, it's not something I have stooped to in season 0, but this season, there are no sales happening, and, I want to profit a little bit, so that's what I do. So we bought these for 17. Oh. Well, I can sell them at a fast 18, make 1 divine profit, right? 18 is going to happen soon, right? I could try selling at 19. We have to wait for about 1,000 sales at the very least, of course, and there will be people putting up stuff. I mean, let's go for a quick profit for once. So I just bought these for 17, guys, and I'm now selling them for 18, and I'm expecting that to be realized somewhat soon. Okay, so what about the stupid rune I found? 100 exalted. How much is it? It's 4 exalted. Wow, buddy. Wow, the value is blowing my mind. Hold up. Selling price is 17. Okay, let's go 16. So I might wait a little bit, guys, but I think it's better than selling for 3.5. Okay, let's go. No. Oh, 26. So guys, if you see anything in the neighborhood of 25 chaos resistance and some decent stuff, value. Why? Because 27 is perfect for chaos resistance. So 25, 26, and 27 chaos resistance, especially 27 is valuable. And take a look at this. Nothing is too bad, right? The mana is a little bit weak this season, but still, it's not a garbage stat. Okay, so we'll definitely do the exalted on this one. I did get garbage. Oh, I did get a resistance. Okay, sure. Okay. That's not bad at all. And keep in mind, chaos resistance is not elemental resistance, right? It is its own thing, and it's about 1.5 times more valuable compared to elemental resistances. Right? Pretty important to know. Okay. That might be a little bit exaggerated. Let me take a look at that item. So the 2 divine I'm talking about. The item is obviously not 250 divine. 2 divine. Let me see. Okay. No, I think I can keep up with the 2 divine one. And guys, that's 1 divine prophet. Oh, it wasn't. Sorry. It was the rune that I found, but the 1 divine prophet is coming as well. It was a little bit too quick. I guess that should have been tipping me off. Okay, 2 divine there. Okay, that hardbound I salvage. All right, go back in. Wow, that blue amulet I picked up from the ground. What was that? Dang. Oh, okay, 33. Sure, whatever. All right. By the way, guys, did you know that I still don't have one of the new essences? Like, I have more than 600 tries, and you know, I don't know the exact amount, but about 100 of them are post patch, right? Post this patch, which increase the chances of finding the new essences by 6 times or so. It's an interesting thing. And you know, I'm talking about any one of them, right? I'm not talking about the delirium or whatever it was is called, the valuable one. I'm talking about any one. Let's go. Yeah, so these monsters have been nerfed quite a lot, so they are easy. Back then, guys, you know, if you gave them the wrong modifiers, you know, they would be tankier than Arbiter max difficulty. That's how tanky they would get. Right? I mean, they just wouldn't die. Now, that's what happens. Sound effect, whatever. The expedition logbooks have gained a little bit of value. I had a lot, right? And I wanted to make some space in my stash, so I sold them at 50 each. 50 exalted. Yeah, last season they were 1 divine, but these days that's about it. I know that they were good sales because at some point they were like 10 exalted. Alright, that's it. Viper Naplazzi will be beaten. By the way, guys, if you have been cheap passing like I did before the patch, this Fall of the Axe has been nerfed. Well, sorry, its drop rate has been increased by a lot. That's what I tried to say, right? So it's much cheaper now. You might recall it was like 60 divine, and you know, I just refused to buy it at that price, right? Yeah, it felt silly to me. Now it's down to like 2 divine, right? So you would be able to buy it instantly at 3 divine, and at 2 divine you would wait a little, but still would be able to get it. Yeah. And I think that's the right price, right? Also, the unique golden charm was hundreds of divines. I haven't even taken a look at that, but I wonder how much it is now. It was, you know, several hundred divine. The charm that gave you rarity upon killing, right? Okay, Viper Naplazzi, oh, it's there. She's there, okay? Bring it, darling. Oh, I entered from the wrong direction, sure. Just a sec, darling, I have something to do here. Just one shot. Thank you very much. This never gets old, guys. I love it. I love one-shotting bosses. It's beautiful. That's outside sight, I think. Am I full again? I'm gonna cry now. What's that? What's that? It doesn't have movement. Yeah, just drop it. Because I'm getting sicker. Right. 2 tier 1 prefixes? Excuse me? The suffixes are garbage with the exception of the... Okay, let me just see. What did I get? I got a tier 2 hybrid. This implicity is something, by the way. Okay, let's take a look at that. I can't drop that. I can't drop you very easily. So this is slowing me down, guys, and I hate it. Off you go. That's 82. Whew. Plus 5 proj. Oh, really now? And that's worth a divine already. Plus 5 is capped. Very important to know, guys. So for example, guys, if you are talking about maces, plus 7 is capped, right? You have to know these differences. Okay, this does... I wish it wasn't physical. Physical is such a garbage school. Should I just drop it? It's not gonna sell, is it? It's not plus 5. If it was plus 5, then it would have been a divine or so. It's still not a divine. Just... Okay, let's do that spear. I'll go. Wow, we are getting a lot of valuable stuff today. Interesting. And guys, if you are curious, my rarity is 69. That's about it. Let me take a look at this. Oh, if I go, I'm talking about the rarity I have on my gear, right? And obviously there is the maps rarity, and I actually don't know how those two interact. I mean, do they get added up? You know, that makes sense to me, but you know, this is GGG. You know, whatever makes sense doesn't have to be reality, right? They are just doing some random crap quite often. No more of these. No. Yes, no need for that. Let's go. Okay, about that bow. Do I want to try a fracture on it? Probably not. No, I could try a fracture on it. Can we search for fractured stuff? We can kind of search for them, right? If I can hit fractured on the plus 5, that's gonna be worth a divine, right? With garbage damage. Yeah, this kind of crafting stuff I'm not very sure of. I'll just slap the Exalted Zone and see. It's garbage as expected. It's not actual garbage, we have crit damage bonus. I'm gonna go, and it's also a level 82, okay. I'm gonna go to divine. Yeah. So interesting, right guys? That's the power of a good base. Okay, let me think, actually. Okay. So this item, would this ever sell for 1 divine? Let's actually do this first. Now we can take a look. Wow. Okay, I'll go 1 divine. Wow, guys, I mean, I am happy when I'm putting up stuff in the divine tab, and I used to be much more happier when I did that, you know, before they sent the game into hell. Because, you know, generally I am not very much off my mark, right? Plus 3 chaos. Wow, plus 3 chaos, plus 97 chaos? Really? That's a lot, actually. Okay, let me do the exalted zone. So guys, the exalteds don't really mean much to me. I can't waste it. Not good at all. Yeah, 5-1 my ass. Sorry about that, but those are definitely better than mine. I'll do 200 and I'll be very happy if it sells. No. XP game. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Baramello. It wouldn't work on YouTube. You have to come to Twitch. But generally we do have a donation bar, and if it fills, I will play Hearthstone. Right? Just like the last time around. And in case you didn't know, we relatively recently played Hearthstone. Right? I had a donation goal going. Jukujani is generous to fill that, and so we played Hearthstone for a day. Right? We unlocked the new arena. We played 1 new arena, and that was it. So we played 2 arena rounds and 1 underground round. Aha, Baran. Hello, buddy. I'm done with this map, right? Yes, I am. Okay, let's do the tower. Let's do this garbage map. So I'm not going to, you know... Oh, I have to. I forgot. I have to max modify it, or I wouldn't be able to put as many tablets in, right? Oh, almost made a terrible mistake there, okay. Garbage gets exalted. By the way, did you know the huge difference between doing a tier 15 map with 6 modifiers and doing a tier 16 map with 6 modifiers in the tower? 1%. So tablet efficiency, number of maps that are affected get increased by 99% on a tier 15 map, and they get increased by 100% on a tier 16 map. And yet that's not a joke, right? I was curious and I tried it, and then I mourned for my poor tier 16 map that I had wasted. Now I didn't expect them to be that petty, but it's GGG, they are that petty. You know, even when I was playing Blizzard games, I did not harbor so much dislike for the developers, right? Because, you know, it's a game that, you know, I spend a lot of hours on, right? And I have a good time, so I should be thankful to them, right? But they are so annoying. Yes. Right next to me, actually. You ever try streaming, Baron? I'm gonna guess you haven't. You have to get some liquids in here. No, I'm fastidious. I don't really eat much because I dislike eating on stream, but yeah, you have to take some liquids. Especially, for someone like me that doesn't play music. I just dislike the whole practice. Well, it's really critical. Okay, sure. Whatever. What? All of them survived my spear. How is that possible? Activate the precursor beacon. Not yet. Yeah, I'm all in on blue amulets now, especially after finding that amulet. That does it with the rares of the map. It just gets boring after a while. So I hear that another expansion is coming to Hearthstone, right? Kindred is the new keyword. Kindred. How much is this? I'll sell it for 13, I guess. I don't care much for it. Well, that's a decent roll. I mean, guys, it was 7 cold resistance and I could have left it there, right? I'm like, this stuff is just worthless. I'll just do them. And I guess it was worth it, eh? Plus 2 minions. Thank you. She's 4 years old now, Baron. And it's been quite some time. You have been absent for a while. Please feel free to stalk me. I don't mind it when it's people I like that do it. I mean, it's a low level item, it's armor only. I'll just waste the exalted, I guess, no big deal. That's what I precisely did. I did waste the exalted. That Vault of Kamasa though. Oh. Where is the blue one though? They should have been near each other. Okay, whatever. Okay, so let's do this. I wanna do quantity, waystone quantity. Do I wanna do that? Would that be in range? It's actually gonna be a very close thing with that one. Okay, let's see what we have here. Whatevs. Bang. So many hideouts here.
Well met.
The Kanakan. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for your compliment, buddy. I am getting a little bit old. Yeah. But yeah, I suppose I am looking okay for a 47-year-old person. Oh. Nice. Very nice. Which university did you graduate from? Let me actually grab those garbage maps. Yikes. Yeah, I know it's a private one. Is it the one in Ceviziva? The name is familiar. Hey, what's this damage? I'm chatting with Baran, don't kill me, game. That's very rude. Oh my god, I did get one of the new vessels finally. And I don't even know if it's valuable. Let's see if it is. Finally, I got one of the new vessels. And I think we also got our Divine Prophet in. Well, and I did get it in a hideout map. So weird. Yep, I know that one. I know the one. Oh my god, it's not it again. The one Divine Prophet is taking it slow. Where is the one? Where is that one? That's the one? Yeah, that's the one. Still has not sold. Bastard. Okay, Hysteria. Let's see how much it's worth. And of course, it's not going to be worth much now, but Essence of Hysteria. Upgrades a normal item to a magic one with one rarity modifier. Ah, well, interesting. Okay. It's worthless. Oh god. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I can sell for 30. No. Dang. Waited so much. So guys, the frustrating thing is, now I keep finding stuff and I keep putting them up for sale, and you know something? Nothing sells. Okay, that's not too bad actually, if you have lightning casters. Okay, so that will be too high. Okay, let me do it this way. I'm gonna go to divine, I think, because I keep putting up stuff, and as you can see, I also do have a lot of stuff for sale. They just don't. See ya. Hey, thank you for subbing, Baran. Thank you, buddy. All right. Thank you, buddy. See you around. Drop by every once and then, okay? Wow. Okay. I feel like this new expansion mechanic in Hearthstone is a little bit, cheap. Kirit, I'm gonna guess that you haven't read it up. The new mechanic, the expansion isn't here yet. It's gonna arrive in early July. But the mechanic is, there are some cards, and if you have played the card that shares a type with them, during your last turn, then they get a little bit more powerful. And that means, if it's a minion, it has to have a type, right? So for example, if it's an undead beast, you had to have played an undead or a beast in your last turn, right? And for the spells, that means, spells with schools. So if it's a nature spell, you would have to play a nature spell. And I don't think, it's a particularly creative mechanic, but I guess they store 4 months. Yeah, they should draw some inspiration from Magic there, right? Those guys are insanely creative. See ya. That's a lot. That's a lot, but nothing valuable. So what's the exalted count on? 905. The Diablo 3 guide, yeah, I'm a little bit saddened because, when I was streaming Diablo 3 yesterday, there were, relatively higher amount of viewers. But yeah, the guide did just not draw any attention. Maybe it will do so after a little while. We have a boss, okay? This fine fella has some annoying mechanics. Hey. Off you go. Never ever gets old. As beautiful as I first did it. Off you go. Wow, that's good, but low tier. No. I've completed. There was a temporal change map, eh? Take a look at the speed I opened the portal at. Dang, awful. But we didn't suffer anything else. I'm wasting my exotic guys. In a world that you don't make sales, what's the point of, upgrading your stuff? Hmm. 47 rarity. And 47 rarity is the nice, but we have nothing else. Both A level, high level 80. Even with the breach buff, the stuff has not picked up the value. Just because they are extremely easy to obtain. So weird. Well, because I wanted to. Very simple. No. No, Ismail. No, I don't like Path of Exile 1. There will be no Path of Exile 1. I will try to get my hands on a mirror, which I will not be using and which I will not be obtaining because there are basically no sales being made. Yeah, and I will keep getting frustrated. Maybe we'll play some Monster Train again. I mean, I did go pretty focused at the achievements after I was done. I did leave it, but yeah, maybe we could go. Wow, going fast. As I said, I just don't like Path of Exile 1. The flasks are getting on my nerves big time. That was a decent-ish breach, eh? Okay. You gonna go for it, Ismail? I'm guessing you are, from the way that you're asking me. Yeah, I got distracted and almost died. Okay, let's not die. I'm gonna call my for bigger bro here. Big bro, save me. Why do I have all these characters if they are not going to save my butt when it comes? When it's time, right? Weak. That's not it? Then that's it. Bring it, boys. This guy just doesn't give a crap. This guy is very tanky. He just doesn't care. You know, they couldn't even make this selection here smart, so it remembers what you have chosen. I don't like having to do like 60 APM on flasks on. Like you constantly have to drink your flasks. Or the Filter got bugged. Okay, now it's fine. It's something that can be fully automated, and they are not doing it just to torture us. I don't like that stuff. Oh, we got an audience. Okay, sure. And I am guessing that you'll be able to buy it. Yep. So there was only one season I could properly play Path of Exile, Ismail, and in that season, I was cursing myself with temporal change, so the buffs and debuffs were lasting longer on me, and that meant that I had to refresh my flasks less frequently. Because the thing is, I was able to play that season properly, right? I made a lot of money. I made like 3 mirrors or something like that, right? And the next season, I got immediately disgusted with the game. I'm like, how is that possible? Last season, I did play pretty hard. This season, I can barely stand the game. And then I found out the answer. I hate the flask micromanagement. Oh, Dextral Erasure. Only 25,000. I can't even defer it. Because the deferral costs 1,900, which means I missed it, by the way. If I haven't bought this, then I would have been able to buy it. I'm not going to cry too much because these are extremely annoying. They take a lot of maps. Missed 4-5 divine. Omen. But it would have taken me a very long time to buy it. Yeah, last epoch, I did finish the campaign and it was very enjoyable, right? It's a very easy game compared to Path of Exile. But there was a lot of stuff going on in the end game, and I just didn't want to spend the time to learn what the end game did. So I finished the campaign, I played a little bit, and I stopped. Stitch gloves, that's the gloves I wear on the lich. Okay. Last Epoch is very heavily based on a game I played before called Grim Dawn. It's a beautiful game. The major difference between them is that Grim Dawn is single player, and these 11th hour games was smart enough to make their game multiplayer. Yeah. It's a beautiful game, by the way. I love it. Grim Dawn. I don't have inventory, not even one space. Okay, say so. I'm not gonna pick up the white attuned one though. It's not exaggerated. Alright. All scan you shall receive. No. Bum, bum, bum. So the 100% is actually a combination of two rows. That's why I had to look it up. Mr. Dexter Erasure, eh? Yep. I have 100% achievements there. You know, it's one of the games that's pretty hard to achieve that. I mean, it asks for some very nasty achievements in hardcore, right? The softcore ones are okay, but the hardcore ones are pretty nasty. And it asks for, there is a thing called Shattered Realm. It asks you to climb up until wave 25 or something. I played a Thorns build there, if I recall, years and years ago. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't the Flask, I would have played it. But the Flasks are way too much for me. Knowing it's something that can be automated so easily, and you know, they added the belt to prove me right? There is a belt that automates the thing, right? But the problem is that the belt is very expensive, so oh, that's okay. I wish it had 3 charms. We have not made one sale, by the way, guys. Did we make a single sale or not? I think we haven't made a single sale, did we now? I'll try a divine, but I doubt it. Okay. Let's do step. I mean, as in theory, I have found items worth like 60, 70 divine, right? In practice, I got nothing. Even the one divine flip didn't get realized. It's very close though, as you can see. There is someone that's selling 16 at 438. There are people selling like 25 for 440 each, and then there is the people, including myself, that are selling for 450. Yeah, I mean, it's a game that has been developed for over 10 years, so of course it has a lot of end game activity, right? Path of Exile 2 is just baby steps. I'm a little bit relieved that I missed the Omen, but also I'm a little sad, right? It's like 4 or 5 divine. But as I said, it would have taken me over an hour, easily. Leather buckler, what's that? Oh, I remember it. So last season, guys, chance orbs were down to like 2 exalteds, and now they are worth 9. So you know why? And funny thing is, last season the chancing stuff was very popular, right? This season, people chanced for Astramantis up until this patch was released, and now no one is really chancing anything because they didn't leave anything that's valuable. The most valuable one is Headhunter, I guess. Still not mighty valuable. Right? Astromantis was extremely valuable, so people were paying divines for stellar emeralds. King's March. We'll see. Yeah, I saw a video for the Secrets of the Atlas release. They said fully built King's March or something. It's a town, I'm guessing, something like that. Probably a faction. Yeah, those masters, etc. in Path of Exile 1 are of course pretty nice, right? But as I said, really dislike the constant micromanagement that you have to do with the flasks. They should have just automated that, right? King's March. The only season I played was called Legion. Probably 7-8 years ago. Yeah, and in that season Cyclone was very popular. And you were self-cursing yourself with, Shackles of the Wretched. Maybe? Is that the name? No, there was a glove that was cursing you with temporal chains, right? And you would use Headhunter to steal the enemy modifiers, and because debuffs and buffs were expiring slowly from you, you would have the Headhunter stacks on you for a very long time. Why do I get so many Beacon of Ozys? So weird. Okay, sure, give me. So frequent. I get multiple per day. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So in the release video, I saw something about fully built King's March or something like that. I just saw the video. As I said, I'm not familiar with the mechanic. And the next mechanic was called Blight, and I very quickly quit it, right? I finished the campaign barely, and I was like, nope, I can't take this, I'm out. And of course, in the previous season, in Legion, I was rich and I could do whatever I wanted, right? At some point, I wanted to do, what's the mine thing called? Delve? I went to some delve, and I immediately had a very strong character. Because I just had the currency. I even had a mirrored weapon. Yeah, I don't have that experience yet in Path of Exile 2, but yeah, I had a very nice rapier. Blue Emirates are my favorite now. Dastard armor. (29) cast speed is actually impressive, but we don't have the skills added. Yeah, and the thing is, and I can prove that it can be automated. They actually released an item that automates it, right? Mage Blood, I think there is a belt that automates it, right? So for example, in Diablo, right, in Diablo 3, for example, you have one potion that you can drink once every 30 seconds, and it heals you for 60% of your life, right? That's fine, right? You don't always drink it, and you have to use it at the right time. But in Path of Exile, it's just meaningless, right? You have to drink all of them at all times. Wow, I'm getting a little bit better at this. And why do I have to do that manually? And you know, Ismail, you might have heard about APM, right? Actions per minute. You know, it's pretty important in playing FPS games and whatnot. And so, why do I have to invest a serious amount of FPS, APM, into something that can be automated? Right? Like 60 APM has to be invested into the flasks. We have 5 flasks. You have to drink all of them at all times, most of the time. That's the general Path of Exile. You know, leveling and mapping experience. And as I said, I was able to play Legion only because in Legion my flask effects were like 20 seconds, right? The APM I had to do was like 15 or something instead of 60. You know, because I was surprised at myself. I'm like, no, I played the last season very hard, and this season I just can't even stand the game. How's that possible? Well, it's the flasks. Me too. Me too, kid. Well, okay, 88 is actually low, right? Because on these it can be pretty high, but I guess we can do... Nope. Let's go back to the original girl. Now we should be able to buy the thing. Where? So what does remain? Rare remains? 2 rares remain actually. Okay, sure. And the filter is bugged again. At least it can be easily fixed by reloading it. What am I doing? Good God, I'm missing from 5mm distance. That's not that bad. It has room open for a prefix, and if it's movement, it wasn't movement, but it was a lot of evasion. Does it work? This could work to a degree. What? Oh, the life is very, very high, okay. I mean, guys, it's a boot without movement, but it's a good boot without movement. 93% in this ratio. Wow, what's going on? Okay, let's go. And this map is done. Okay, thankfully I came back here. Yuck. $139 is a lot. 20 is not a lot. Are we done? Well, we could grab that, we could grab that, we could grab one of them. The map is more valuable than one exotic, right? Okay, so let's see. I want to trade my audiences with the king for divines. Oh, it doesn't detect the amount I have in my... Oh, it has gained value actually. I should have something in the neighborhood of 13. That's so bad. We just open a socket there. Nope, that's not going to be valuable. Supposedly one chaos. I don't believe it, but let's try. I can't because, you know, it's been a long time since I played Path of Exile 1. I don't know what the difference is. But I don't have any problems with the itemization in here. I don't think it's bad. Zizaran, right? That's the Norwegian fella. +3 all resistances. Wow, but they're so generous. Whatever shall I do with all that amount? Okay, so what about this item? It's a decent amount of evasion, decent amount of energy shield, but we don't have movement. Oh god, divine. Anything that sells for a divine, we are happy. +1 projectile with 443 accuracy. Now that actually is okay for huntresses. Like normally I wouldn't have gone for it, but $200 exalted, I'm fine. Let's sell all of these. Let's take a look at these. Attack speed with crossbows, poison, companion damage. Let's try 25, but I don't think so. What about this one? Chance to ignite, magnitude of ignite. I mean, there is, I think, that one build that actually ignites with chaos damage or something. I'll try 25 again. Okay, so let's make a little bit of room. How many is this? 12, 13, 14, something like that. 14. It's a bit much. Best we can hope for is like, we can do 550. Don't like it much, but would have been nice to, you know, not wait for the trade just once. It is actually in range, right? Wow, guys, take a look at how close it is. Today. Yeah, tomorrow this game will hit rock bottom, I suppose. Anyways, let's keep it short. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you tomorrow.